Vehr is one of my dearest friends. Whether we remain business partners for the rest of my working career or not, he's still gonna be my best friend. That's a given. He can see what's coming next better than any human I've ever met. When he first walked into Timney and looked at, he had a vision in his mind. And 18 years later, you walk into Timney's manufacturing facility, you see his vision. But I've learned not to doubt him because his vision has come true so many times. It's just mind-blowing, but that's the kind of guy Vehr's always been.
You know, he told me when I first started, we were a couple times that we were within 10 days of being bankrupt when we bought our first milling machine. And I went to him when I first started and wanted to buy an oil skimmer for $85, and he says, can you wait till we're making some money, you know? I didn't think the job was gonna last more than 6 months. I thought, how many triggers can you make? But it's proved me wrong, you know. We're making millions of triggers.
John likes to say that you don't work for John, you actually work with John. And just the way he treats us, you know, it's half the time makes it like it's not even a job.
John's just a great human. He's a great person to work for. He's a great person to work by and around and with. His spirit is infectious, and his desire for the company to be the best it can be and provide the best triggers possible and be the best for its customers. And it really is fulfilling to be in a company with this sort of culture.
That word tangible, what it's like to work on a tangible project is so different from what I do in my work life, you know, because at work, it's all about planning and strategy and living 2 or 3 years in the future. Here, it's all about what am I doing right now, where I can turn around and go, I did that. This place, I had it in my mind 30 years ago that I wanted a stony little property in the middle of nowhere in the high desert of Arizona. And I went all over the place looking, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then this place popped up seemingly out of nowhere. It's an hour from the shop. It's in the high desert. We're surrounded by National Forest Service lands, and I wanted big trees, water running through the property, and rock outcroppings. It checked off all the boxes, and I was like, this is the place. I started getting in my mind what this place would look like when we got it fully developed. We've got a few pieces in place, and we're well on our way to having one kick-ass little private paradise. COVID was an interesting time. It was definitely an interesting time. A lot of people got really scared. My wife Jody got pretty afraid. And when they shut the state down, I was like, let's just bug out to the ranch. We were living down in Scottsdale, fairy tale life, you know, and after about a month here, I was like, why do I live in town? I'm really living. My brain had fired in a different way. I could see the world in a different way. And I thought it had everything to do with being out in the middle of nowhere. And we started building the barn here, got that done about the time COVID was done. And our life here is incredible, absolutely incredible. So you know why I built this thing? Never had a teeter-totter before. I was just sitting out on the porch there, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this place? I was like, it'd be really cool to have a teeter-totter. So I got on the internet, And I looked all over for teeter-totter plans. There are no teeter-totter plans on the internet. Timney is growing so dramatically right now. It used to be Calvin and I'd sit down and we'd go over an idea and we'd kind of talk through the process and how we're going to make these triggers. And the company's grown so much that I don't get to do that. That's what I loved to do. But the company demanded something different of me. And what I thought it demanded of me was that we develop people. And so I had to change my mindset into, how do we grow engineers? You know, these are people off the charts, intelligent, smart people. And what I've realized is that I do my job best when I'm coaching and mentoring people, not when I'm telling them what to do, because they're already really smart people. And if I can give them the direction of where we're going and how their role interacts with our future, develop that, it opens people's eyes and gives them a future. It's incredible to watch the people that they don't know their own selves and they don't know their own power. And the thing I love to do in my job is recognize those strengths out of people that they don't know exist, and then start to pull it out of them so that they become much, much more vibrant, powerful people as a result. We've seen some amazing things in the last couple of years with people just blossoming dramatically. And I hope that in some small way I had something to do with that.